The mystery of evil. Evil exists in our world. Of that, there can be no doubt. Let us consider how we might define evil in terms of the general proclivities of human beings to follow specific courses of action. The concept of evil depends in large measure on the reality of conscience. So far as we can know and understand, conscience is a quality that is to be found primarily in the human spirit. Animals behave according to their nature. Is it an act of evil if a snake finds a nest of young birds, kills them, and eats them? Of course not. The snake is behaving according to its nature. It is, in a sense, programmed to fulfill its needs without regard to any code of acceptable conduct. It knows no such code. When it sees an opportunity to feed itself, it acts according to its needs and has no concept of whether its deeds are right or wrong. Human beings are different. Endowed, or some might say burdened, with conscience, human beings will often act contrary to their animalistic inclinations, perhaps denying their own needs. Most people have a conscience that gives them some indication of what is right to do and what is wrong to do. When human beings deny the reality of their conscience and act in opposing ways, purposely choosing to commit acts that are contrary to the voice of their conscience, they have acted in ways that we think of as evil. What prompts this? It is inherent in their core being. Were they born evil? At some point, do they become convinced that they are superior to all others and therefore may do as they please? And how would they find pleasure, for instance, in killing children, starting wars, bringing every manner of physical pain to other people? Do such acts somehow vindicate their own sense of worth, their own right to existence? Can we possibly imagine what was in the minds and hearts of the Hitlers, the Stalins, the Maos, and so many others who brought horror to multitudes of people? Can we possibly imagine what a mother thinks when she kills her children? Or any mind which knowingly not only commits terrible acts, but actually finds some pleasure in so doing? If we have a functioning conscience, the answer to these questions is a resounding no. For most of us, these are not the kinds of acts that we will ever commit. So how do we explain the presence of such evil in our world? We are, it seems, drawn once again to the concept of a greater reality, to the concept of a spiritual or supernatural set of influences. The Judeo-Christian faith, and other religions as well, teach codes of behavior that are intended to provide a framework of right and wrong. In the religious sense, there are forces of light and forces of darkness that strive to capture the hearts and minds of human beings. And we are taught that every human being is free to choose which path to follow, that of light or darkness. The more people choose the dark path, the greater become the woes of the world. In that, there can be no denial. Why should this be, aside from the supernatural explanation? The reality of evil is indeed a great mystery, for why would anyone choose the dark path? Why indeed? Millions upon millions of people do precisely that.